Hey everyone, this is Devin here, and today I have a really cool tutorial on matte painting, which is, I have a few examples, one of which is right here, and actually I'll be going over the scene in the tutorial. You know, the stop sign, I pretty much matte painted over it and got rid of the stop. And also another example of this is, let's go back. Here, initial experiment breakdown, pretty much with the truck floating up. See, it's just matte painting, like duplicates of layers and motion tracking and a bunch of cool stuff. So let's get started. Alright, so I have the cinematic. I think it's query, so I'm going to drag into a new composition. Okay. I'm going to right click and go to track camera, and I'll come back when it finishes. Okay, finished tracking, and also I kind of cut down the scene so that it's the portion that I want to use, so that way I didn't have to track the whole thing, so because it can take a while for tracking long scenes. Alright, so once I have this, I want to track the stop sign, so I'm going to click on one of these points on the stop sign and right click and go to create null and camera. Alright, if you click off of that and you click on the null, you can see that it's tracked pretty good onto the stop sign. So that's our first step. Actually, since that looks good, I can click on this and get rid of the camera tracker because we no longer need that. Alright. The next step is to take a texture that you want to track into a certain surface. So, like right here, I'm going to take off one of the pieces from the red from the stop sign and place it over the stop. So pretty much we get rid of that, and we could do that for anything else in the scene, but just make sure on the motion track you right click and do the null on the area of where you want to put the matte painting. So I'm going to go on an angle that isn't too distorted, like right here is good. The stop sign is looking pretty straight at us, and I'm going to duplicate this original layer by clicking Control D. Right click, go to time and freeze frame. Okay, so now it's pretty much frozen, but that's okay. If you hide it, you'll see that everything is still okay. So I'm going to rename this to be Matte 1. Alright, and get out your pen tool over here, pen tool, and let's do a quick mask of this red area. And it doesn't have to be too big because we can duplicate it. Actually, I'm going to do this part down here. Okay. Now, the next step is to make this a 3D layer, which if you don't see the option right here, click the toggle switches / modes, and then you'll see this little 3D box thing. Enable that. Okay. Now you can see that it's obviously not tracking with the stop sign. That's because it's not in the correct position. So click on the track null and go down to transform and position. Click on position, go to edit copy, minimize that, go back to the matte that you just made and go to edit paste. Okay, now it should be in the correct spot and it'll track, but it's super small, so click S for scale on the matte and scale it up to around its original size. Okay, so now you can see that it motion tracks the sign, and this is essentially a matte painting. That's you can go look up the definition of matte painting later, but it's pretty much what it is. It's combining different images to create your final composite. So, okay, on the mask right here, click M to go to mask, and maximize this and increase the feather a little so that it blends in a little better. And you can always color correct it later, but I'm not going to bother with that too much. Okay, set that over there, and I'm going to make Control D to duplicate them and make a few to kind of cover this up. When I finish up, I'll come back. Okay, I finished up with that, and you can see these little splotches, but if you took a little more time on this with the masking and change stuff up, you could definitely get it to look a lot better. Yeah, change the feathering and stuff like that. So if I move these over a little, it'll look a little better. Okay. But now, if you zoom out and you scroll through, you can see that there might be you might have to move some of these mats. The motion track isn't always perfect. See right here. Maybe you can just scale them up a little. You could scale them all up at the same time by selecting all of them by selecting the first one and hold shift and select the last one. Select click S and increase the scale, and then you can kind of drag them there. Okay, so that's the basics of matte painting, and this can definitely be applied to a lot of other things, like even just like making shadows and removing things that you don't want from the scene and stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and subscribe for future tutorials, and thank you. Bye.